It's pink, it's rectangular, it's canned, and it's making more money than ever. In a world flooded with plant-based products, Spam is coming out on top. You can't get away from it in the news.
Spam is making a big comeback.
This is your 7th straight record year for Spam.
The pumpkin Spam on my set, nothing like that. Probably still selling well, correct?
In its recent annual shareholders meeting, Hormel reported a total of $11.4 billion in net sales, the largest figure in the company's history. And Spam was labeled as a leading brand.
Perhaps our most iconic brand, Spam, celebrated yet another record year of sales growth, our 7th consecutive year. In fact, demand is so strong, we recently announced our plans for a 5th Spam production line.
We're not the kind of explosion, very fast growth, and then a few years of down and then try to explode growth again. Our goal has really been to grow the business consistently year in, year out, quarter in, quarter out, and try to achieve, strong long-term results for our shareholders.
We know that everyone knows Spam in the US, but what's really interesting is its power in other countries.
What's happened more recently over the years is Hormel has embarked on a pretty big push into China and into other Asian countries. And so you've actually seen them build out local production capacity. And as there's been greater availability, the popularity of it has grown.
And Spam is just one of the brands paving the way for all of Hormel abroad. If you compare year-end results between 2019 and 2021, net sales in the international category had the largest margin at 29%.
There are many, many reasons for that growth. One internationally is that it's shelf stable. Spam luncheon meat fits the goal of being a very good, high quality protein. We can get it to many, many places around the world without refrigeration.
But it's not just practical reasons that make Spam a big hit abroad. This meat has deep roots. Hormel shipped hundreds of millions of cans overseas during World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, among other battles. It's through these efforts that the world met and embraced Spam.
Spam was this ingredient that just came through, and it became part of our society in terms of how we enjoy food and how we actually created our own type of, love for Spam here.
The annual Spam Jam Festival in Hawaii is a significant example of the influence Spam has had on different cultures.
It's built to go with rice, and it's built to go with noodles. And so those are literally what people in Hawaii eat all the time. So it's easy for us to adapt Spam into, our Spam musubis and our saimins and our noodle dishes that we have here. Spam is there for all ages and all people, and it's enjoyed by everybody from 2 years old to 100 in Hawaii.
So the consumer appeal for the canned ham is there, but it's how Hormel comes up with ideas that make it even more popular and profitable.
How Hormel has really capitalized on that is multiple go-to-market strategies. In South Korea, we formed a relationship with CJ Shidang, the largest food company in South Korea. We formed a licensing arrangement with CJ. We taught them how to manufacture the product, how to position the product, and how to really then go to market with the consumer over many, many years. And then what we do is we get a royalty out of that arrangement. And then a lot of other markets around the world, we actually produce the product here in the United States and we export it. And we work with distributors and sales organizations to penetrate the market. And then we have the Hormel Foods International sales and marketing team help them to develop the advertising and the marketing, say in Japan. And so it's been not a one-size-fits-all strategy, but one that is most relevant to the marketplace to be able to get the product into the country and then working closely with partners, distributors, and organizations to reach the consumer.
So what can other companies do to achieve similar success internationally?
The advice I would have is to be relevant to the market that you're going into. If you can leverage whatever strength in terms of market share and brand positioning and presence in the US, and then tailor it slightly to meet the needs of the local market. Again, differentiating it from others in the marketplace and then being true to your branding and your positioning, but make sure that the taste profile is preferred by the local market that you're going into.
And with all the current success for Spam, what's in store for the future? Surprisingly, the growth may be not as far as you think.
In the U.S., what's been interesting, right, is Spam has also kind of been one of the bright spots in the growth category for Hormel. That you've seen, 3-4% growth, which for a packaged food company is very strong over the past several years. It's a cultural item. It's very prominent with both Asian Americans and Latino Americans, and those are the fastest growing demographics in the U.S. And that's really been a big underpinning of the growth for Spam.
When you think of how many billions of people are outside of the United States versus 350 million within the United States, there is a long runway for growth. When you think about the flavor, the versatility, and the price, you combine all that together under the Spam brand, which is a very trusted, USA brand. We believe that there's a lot of upside growth.
For the Food Institute, I'm Susan Choi.